Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pro Wrestling Actions, Born to be Wild, Day 2 from the Leesburg Bike Fest. My name is Dr. Christopher, this is Brandon Cory Alexander, and we've got some Marvelz Division action going on right now.
We got Scotti Sosa taking on the Queen Pin, Katalina Perez, two of my absolute favorites in the wrestling business. And these two are none to be played with. Katalina Perez been out for a little while, and then she's making her re-debut, if you will. This is her Pro Wrestling Action debut, right
now, yeah. You've got two ladies. Scotty's been with Pro Wrestling Action before in tag team action, so this is her singles debut with PWA, and this is obviously Catalina's return to wrestling, essentially. So this is very exciting. Two ladies I've had my eye on for a while now.
I've been watching the Instagram of Katalina Perez, you know, at Queen Pin. Katalina Perez on Instagram. She's been posting training videos trying to get that ring rust off. She looks in tremendous shape. She looks like she hasn't skipped a beat. Let's see how she does here against Scotti Sosa. Scotti Sosa, who has not missed a beat at all, has been consistent for the last couple of years.
Very true, and you know, while Scotty's been on that rise since pretty much debuting in wrestling, that is the time period that Katalina has been out. You know, Katalina had a lot of experience prior to going down with injury. You know, she was on AEW Dark a bunch, you know, but now we're at the Leesburg Bike Fest. You gotta bring the heat tonight.
Oh, yeah. Leesburg Bike Fest 2025. We got some action happening in the ring right now for the Marvelz Division. Scotti Sosa in control of Katalina Perez right now. Katalina Perez trying to get a, looks like she's trying to swing for the torso there with a wrist lock to take control of this match. Scotti does a ring wrister, gets a waist lock. What is Katalina Perez gonna do to get out of this one? Reaching for the ropes, but she's a little far. Oh, and a swift kick. Katalina gets out of that one, ducks the clothesline.
What a double kick by Scotti, wow.
Into the corner with a splash, no. But Scotti knows where she's at. With a dainty little wave, and then she misses. Katalina goes, swings, and a miss. Nice matrix maneuver by Scotti Sosa and a back slam.
It's a little too early to be going for a pinfall right now.
Absolutely. It's not something you want to do in the first 2 minutes of a match. You want to wear your opponent down. We were discussing yesterday what's more important in a match. Is it, what's more important? Is it strategy or is it endurance?
I'm not sure how Catalina's going to react to the crowd calling her a chicken right now just for using a fan. Little bok in the chicken area here.
I'm not entirely sure what's going on with this crowd here in Leesburg. But as I was saying, we were discussing yesterday what is more important in professional wrestling? Is it endurance or is it strategy? Because the longer you could go, obviously that plays in your favor. But if you have a strategy, you could get it over with early.
I will say that when you're in a situation like we are today, outside, middle of the afternoon, endurance might be more important because you've got the heat factor right now. You've got
Absolutely.
The crowd is bringing more heat in here. Obviously, Catalina's coming for a fan already at this point. So
right, absolutely. You want to stay cool in a show like this. We're underneath the tent here in the beautiful Leesburg, Florida for Bike Fest 2025. Your current contest right now, Katalina Perez, aka the Queen Pin, taking on Scotti Sosa. And she is swinging on something awesome.
Not to count on how important strategy is in a professional wrestling match, but I'm just thinking with the heat tonight.
I think they're both very even. I just feel like the longer you go in a match, endurance is probably more important than strategy, because if you have a strategy and it's really good, you can probably get this thing over in like 2 minutes.
3 seconds.
If it goes longer than 5, endurance. Back and forth strikes, Katalina Perez and Scotti Sosa right in the center of the Pro Wrestling Action ring. Scotti Sosa now on the match, grabbing that shoulder as her arm was almost yanked out of socket. Only a 2 count. Referee saying the shoulder was up. Katalina Perez doing a very good job of targeting that shoulder of Scotti Sosa, trying to wrench it out of the socket, because you know if you can't swing for the fences, you can't get a hit.
Absolutely, and as this match goes on, I expect Katalina to get more and more vicious as those frustrations continue to build. You lost years of your career due to injury, and now you're back. You want to get this done quickly, you want to get it definitively, and make sure you come out with the victory.
Correct. I have watched Katalina for many, many years. We've been up and down the road together. We've worked several different shows together. This is a violent and vicious woman. But not only is she violent and vicious, she's very smart. She knows what she's doing. She picks a body part of her opponent and she just attacks it. And right now she's going after the shoulder of Scotti Sosa. Sosa with that back elbow and another back elbow, using her right arm to do the damage. And a solid drop kick by Scotti Sosa. Scotti seems to be in pain. You're a doctor, right? What would you do about that?
Well, I'm a psychiatrist to start, so I'm more of a mental health type of guy. But, I mean, a little bit of ice might help it.
Psychiatrist, schmychiatrist. Doctor's a doctor, right? You got a PhD. Sosa off the ropes. Handspring into a back elbow. And still feeling the pain of that left shoulder.
It's an impressive maneuver, but how much did it take out of Scotti herself?
I'm imagining a lot. I remember a long time ago I dislocated my shoulder and I was not comfortable with that at all, so I can only imagine how Scotti feels right now. I mean, you've got many different core options going on with that shoulder. You got a rotator cuff, you've got your scapula muscles, you've got all kinds of core pieces. When you work on somebody's arm, you essentially do major damage to them. Katalina Perez is one to do major damage, like she's doing right now. But Scotti is no slouch in the ring. She's fighting back, European uppercut style. Forearms to the chest of Katalina. Katalina now in the corner, trying to catch her breath. Strategy.
You know, in these types of matches, every second counts.
Oh, wait, wait. Look, Catalina's on the card. It's a 3 count.
Those 3 seconds count, that's for sure.
Did you see that?
I did.
I'm not even going to point that out. Ladies and gentlemen, Katalina Perez takes home the W. And speaking of taking them home, Dr. Eric, tell him something.
We've got a lot more action coming our way. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Eric Christopher. This is Brandon Cory Alexander. Leesburg Bike Fest, Born to Be Wild Day 2. We will be right back.